Hello and welcome. Now that you understand how to use Mailchimp in its most basic form, you can now undertake more complex processes in order to accomplish business purposes. And to do that, one of the first things you're going to need to do is to get your Mailchimp mailing list to the people where your products and services are sold. This will mean that you want to get it onto your website. So we're going to go first into our audience. And then what we're going to do is to go into our sign-up forms. When you come into the sign-up form, what you're going to see is that you have a form builder, you have embedded forms, subscriber pop-ups, and then form integrations. So assuming first that you want to place an embedded form into your website platform, what you're going to be able to do is create a specific form and paste it into your site. And so assuming that you are going to want to have a basic form, getting email address, first name, and last name, and then to use that form inside of your website platform, you're then going to want to get this entire code. So all we'll need to do is to grab this entire code and then copy it, and then head into our website platform. So we are now inside of the website platform Teachable, where you can create online courses. Now what's not important is the particular platform. You can use Teachable as a substitute for any website platform where you have the opportunity to place custom HTML. Now what we're going to do is just place the custom HTML into the block where Teachable allows this. You will need to find the website builder or the platform where you can place custom HTML code so that you can place your Mailchimp code into that area. We're going to click Custom HTML. We're then going to click Add. Once we do that, there's going to be a space where we can paste the code, and we're going to paste the code here. Once we do that, we can see the form in real time. And in Teachable, all we would need to do is to click the Publish button. In this case, we're just going to click the Preview button. And you'll then see that our form will be available to the individuals inside of our website platform. In this website platform, again, Teachable, the concept is the same in the curriculum area. All we'll need to do is to click Add Custom Code. And then we'll just add in the custom code. Once we paste it in the code, we can click Add Custom Code. We can then preview that custom code, and we will see our form inside of the curriculum area. Now once again, what's important is not the platform and that this is Teachable. You do not have to have Teachable in order to create a course or to create a website in order to place your sign-up form inside of the area. What is important is that whatever website platform you choose to use does give you the opportunity to place HTML code someplace inside of the way it operates. Now we can go back to our sign-up forms. And one of the things you'll notice here at the bottom is that we can create a Facebook form where we can collect names and email addresses from those who are on our Facebook page. And to do that, we're going to go to the integrations area. When we get to the integrations area, we're going to click on our Facebook integration. Now for the sake of this video, we have already gone through the process of connecting our Facebook account. We're going to click that integration. Now if you haven't connected your Facebook account, you're going to want to walk through that process. Now again, you're going to want to be logged in when you initially connect your Facebook page. If you've already connected your Facebook page, you'll want to test the connection to make sure that it's still working. You'll notice that ours is still working. So what we're now going to do is we're going to select a specific Facebook page. Once we do that, we're going to select a specific audience in our account. And because Facebook is now connected to our Mailchimp account, we will now be able to see all of our audiences and we'll be able to choose one to make it available. We'll then need to choose whether we want to have a sign up form tab, and we are going to say yes. It is typically going to be deselected by default. If we want to use a specific theme, we can do that. And we're going to choose a Facebook-esque theme. We can then designate what we want the tab to say. You can write in whatever words you want to be here. What you're then going to do is click Save. What we now want to do is to go to our Facebook page. And now that we're at our Facebook page, we're going to go to our tabs. And you'll see the tab that we just created. We can now click on that tab. And what we see here is that we have a theme consistent with Facebook now on our Facebook page. Let's assume then that what you want to do is you want to make this more consistent with your other forms. So you're going to go back, change this to your regular theme as you have it on Mailchimp. We're going to resave that theme. We're now going to see that our page tab is now updated according to Mailchimp. We can now go back to Facebook. We're now going to refresh this page, clicking F5. And we now see our page in a more recognizable format. Now, if you use a website builder like WordPress, you can also use the embedded forms inside of WordPress where you would use the custom HTML. However, Mailchimp does have an integration with WordPress. So for example, what we're going to do here is go to the Integrations tab. If we come to this Integrations tab, you're going to scroll down and you're going to see that it does integrate here with WordPress. We're going to click that integration. So what we're going to do now is we're going to select a specific audience. We're then going to click Get Code. Now what we're going to do is we're going to copy this entire code. Now depending on your configuration of your WordPress site, this is where you're going to have to test a few methods to see which will actually allow you to use your Mailchimp code. Typically what you're going to do is to go inside of your theme and your theme editor. You are going to get a warning from WordPress. In this case, we're going to follow the instructions and we're going to place this code before the closing header tag here inside of WordPress. We're then going to update the file. Now once you've placed the code, you're going to need to come back to your Mailchimp page and then click Check Connection. Now in this case, our connection is successful in integrating Mailchimp with WordPress. So what we can now do is we can integrate a pop-up form here on our site. We're going to click the button that says Try It Out. Now obviously you're going to want to design your form. We're not going to spend the time working on the design element. What we're going to do is we're going to enable the pop-up. And we're going to enable this pop-up on our site. Once it's enabled, you're going to want to check your success message. And you'll notice that because we have double opt-in enabled, our subscribers will not see this particular success message. We can then preview our form. And we can see what it's going to look like on both desktop and mobile. And what we can now do with our pop-up settings is that we can determine when we want this pop-up to display. And we can set it so that it displays after 20 seconds. We'll then save and publish the form. We'll then click Save and Publish. And our pop-up is then ready to be used. Anytime you want to change the function of this pop-up form, you're going to come back here and you can change the function here by determining when the individual is going to see the form. And we can repeat this process using this page by adding in another site. Now, if we just want to place a traditional form on our WordPress website, we would use the more direct method. That means then that we'll go back to our audience. That means that we'll go back to our sign up forms. That means then that we'll go to our embedded forms. What we'll then do is to get our same sign up form, we'll copy it, then we'll head to our WordPress website. We can then either paste our code inside of a post or page. In this case, we're going to add a new page. We can give this page a title or we don't have to. That's not what's most important here. What we're going to do is place our code in the text area. We're then going to click Publish. What we can now do is to view our page. And we can now see our page. What we can also do is we can add the page to a widget. So for example, if we want our form to appear on the sidebar, we can then add in custom HTML. And that's typically what you're going to want to do for all of your pages. And all you'll do here is you'll slide in your custom code. You'll then paste in your code. You'll then click Save. What you'll then do is click Done. What you'll then want to do is to go to one of your post pages, and you'll then see your sign up form here in the sidebar. Now what you can also do is you can add in your code to a regular HTML page. Now you will need an HTML editor in order to do this, and you'll need to have an understanding of how HTML works. However, this is possible to add your code to a regular page. And so what you would do is to go to the place inside of your HTML page where you want to add your opt-in form. And so for example, if we place our cursor here, we'll find the place inside of the area where we want to add the code. And what we're going to do is we're going to add in our code in this area. And you'll see here that now our code is part of our HTML page. So what we've now done is we've integrated our Mailchimp account into our web platforms. Okay, so with that, thanks, and I'll see you in the next process.